Fantastic. You've got pole.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. The owner-driver, Perez, and Max Verstappen. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Great Britain then, one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every single year of the Formula One World Championship. And the circuit extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. It's the owner-driver in pole position then. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Bottas, Norris, Ricciardo and Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel and Raikkonen, Ocon, Stroll, Antonio Giovinazzi and George Russell, Mick Schumacher, Joe, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. Position, front of the pack. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. Perez is behind you. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 5 laps till the end. Second place. You're in second place. Perez is ahead of you. drivers we're fighting here are Perez and Hamilton. P1, Perez behind. The gap to the car behind is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. Teammate by 16.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 19th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 52.0. Behind is increasing by a significant amount each lap. Good job. Gap to teammate behind is 19.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 19th. The time last lap was a 1:52.0. We're leading our teammate by 23.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 19th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 43.8. Okay, here's who we're really fighting today, Perez and Hamilton. They're in 17th. The gap is 27.7 seconds. The time last lap was a 1:42.1. This is your final lap of the race. is 33.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 20th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 44.0.
Thank you guys, thank you so much.
Awesome driving today. That's 4 race wins in a row.
Plenty of action here at Silverstone. It was a memorable race, and what an impressive victory. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One. Another solid result for our championship leader today, allowing them to extend the gap between themselves and the rest of the standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I'm going to give it to the owner-driver today. Look at where they finished compared to where they started. It's not easy to cut through the field like that in Formula One, so it was a great effort.
Let's move on to the constructors. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you?
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you? Do you think this team are performing as well as they could do? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Appreciate your time.